All right, let's dive right into this explainer. We're looking at episode 1 of School Hunk is a Girl, and wow, does this one start with a bang. Literally. We're talking a tragic high school life getting completely flipped upside down by a lightning strike, a total soul swap, and a revenge arc that kicks off almost instantly. If you're a fan of those crazy transformation stories where the ultimate underdog suddenly gets the upper hand, and come on, who doesn't love a perfectly executed revenge setup? You are absolutely going to love this.
So what happens when a brutally bullied high schooler gets struck by lightning and possessed by an international super hacker? Let's look at the inciting incident. It's both literal and figurative electricity here. A massive, terrifying lightning strike hits a house, and it completely fries the brain of this young heir. The servants, the doctors, they're all panicking, thinking, okay, this kid is a goner for sure. But then, the young master wakes up, looks in the mirror, and is just incredibly confused by the reflection staring back. The physical body is exactly the same, but the person inside, completely, totally different.
Which brings us to Section 1, A Shocking Awakening and the Secret Identity. Now, before we can really appreciate this epic transformation, we gotta look at the tragic before picture, right? The original Fuju had a massive secret. She was actually a girl. But due to some pretty complicated family reasons, her mom forced her to live her entire life disguised as a boy. Naturally, hitting high school, she was attracted to guys. But since literally nobody knew her true gender, the whole school just misunderstood her as a gay male student. And unfortunately, this led to just relentless, brutal bullying. In fact, on the very day of the storm, the harassment hit an absolute peak. A girl viciously attacked Fuju with a stick, cracked her head open, and sent her straight to the hospital. And that sets the stage for Section 2. Enter the hacker soul. So, the original, deeply traumatized soul? Gone. Replaced by someone entirely different. We are dealing with an untraceable, top-tier, international super hacker. I mean, we're talking about someone who used to casually bypass the Pentagon's security and just laugh off the international police. Far from panicking about waking up in a battered teenager's body, this hacker is just totally unfazed. Actually, scratch that, she's highly amused, just kind of wondering, okay, what kind of chaos and fun can I stir up in this new life? It is literally the ultimate personality upgrade. It really goes to show how pure confidence changes everything. Gone is the pushover who desperately chased boys. Enter the hacker, who absolutely despises being touched and is 100% ready to bring chaos to anyone who crosses her path. Fast forward just 3 days. We see her startling, honestly almost unbelievable recovery in the hospital. The servants are already super confused because instead of acting weak and pathetic like before, this new Fuju is casually sitting in the window frame, leisurely eating a lollipop, and just giving off this entirely different, intimidating vibe. And when the servant tries to bring her those flashy, over-the-top boy band clothes the old Fuju used to wear, the new Fuju practically rolls her eyes. She jumps straight out the window instead of taking the stairs, leaving the poor servant blushing and completely shocked by how handsome and cool the young master suddenly looks. Rejecting that totally embarrassing old wardrobe, she coldly demands her standard school uniform. The era of the pathetic pushover is officially over, folks. Moving right along to Section 3, Return to School. So she's heading back to the exact same place where she was brutally beaten just days prior, a place where absolutely everyone expects a walking punching bag. But man, the moment she walks through those gates, the entire atmosphere shifts. The female students are completely swooning over her new, confident aura. They literally can't believe it. The gossip is wild. They're asking, isn't that the rich kid, Fuju? He looks completely different. Without changing a single thing about her physical face, her pure swagger and that hacker-level confidence have completely transformed how everyone perceives her. This brings us to one of the best parts, Section 4, the classroom takedown. Now, while the girls at the gate were busy swooning, her old bullies clearly haven't gotten the memo yet. The absolute second she enters the class, a boy named Zhang, who, by the way, happens to be the very guy the old Fujiu used to chase around, decides he needs to assert his dominance. He runs up, violently kicks her desk, and aggressively tells her to get her things and get lost. He's screaming that he doesn't want to see her face for even a second. In the past, Fuji would have totally cowered. Zhang gets mad and throws a wild punch. But in a fast-paced blur, our new super hacker casually dodges it, grabs his arm, twists it painfully backward, and slams him forcefully onto the ground. The entire reversal of power happens in mere seconds. It's just so satisfying to watch. She stands over him and delivers this ice-cold, threatening warning. "Don't mess with me, or I'll break your bones. I hate physical touch."
Jiang is left sweating, terrified, and basically begging for mercy. And the rest of the class? They are in absolute, unblinking shock. The boy who used to blush if Jiang said a single word to him just took him down without even breaking a sweat.
So she handled one classroom bully. But hey, a high school is a big place, right? How will the new Fuju handle the rest of her tormentors? Well, let's follow her down to the cafeteria, because she's about to run into a whole new level of drama involving a very mysterious Mr. Chin.
Section 5. The Cafeteria Clash. As Fuju sits in the cafeteria, she quickly realizes the original owner left behind a lot of messy drama to clean up. And her enemies, they do not waste time finding her. A notorious mean girl, backed up by her two little sidekicks, marches right up to Fuju's table. She haughtily sneers, "I warned you last time to leave Mr. Kin alone, but it seems you haven't learned your lesson." They fully expect Fuju to shrink away in fear, exactly like she always did.
But instead of cowering, the hacker soul simply searches the original body's mental database. She instantly unlocks these highly traumatic memories of exactly how cruel these specific girls used to be. She remembers them locking her in a bathroom stall, pouring freezing cold water over her head, and subjecting her to just constant, humiliating torment. Armed with those memories, the new Fuju's anger flares up. And in a deeply satisfying climax to the episode, she doesn't argue, she doesn't cower. She simply lifts her leg and kicks the arrogant mean girl forcefully straight to the cafeteria floor. It is a swift, brutal, and very public declaration that the old Fuju is dead and gone. This first episode really proves that when you entirely strip away fear and replace it with unbreakable confidence, the underdog becomes truly unstoppable. And that brings us to the end of this incredible explainer. It leaves us with such a perfect cliffhanger. Who exactly is this Mr. Chin that everyone keeps fighting over? And with her past abusers literally lining up to test her, who will this completely unstoppable hacker-brain Fuju target next? You walk away from this with an amazing underdog story flipped on its head by sheer skill and attitude. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll catch you in the next one.